Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to round 2 of this third season of AF4. That's 234. We are here at Suzuka to try and maybe put a better spin on what AF4 should look like. Hopefully a cleaner race coming up. We're just getting underway with qualifying, as you'll see now from the pictures. All the cars coming out of the pits. We have about 23 of us, 23 today, something along those lines. Very busy field ahead of us. I can't turn, I mean, too far off. Start off. So I'll be running dual duties today. I'm on race control as well as being your commentator for today. Here's the guy at the front of the field. It's a guy who made his first appearance in AF4 last week. It's Wonderful. Forgive the pronunciation. Just a queue of cars. If I go to F7 here, there's the three camera, all the cars making their way out the pits. It's glorious to see this popularity for AF4. Hopefully it can be all as clean as possible. It's going to be a lot of fun if it goes well today. Let's go for Olpo. Let's take a lap on board with Olpo as he starts his first flying lap around Suzuka. There's not a lot of time for a lot of people. My mic is... You can hear me. There we are. My mic is a bit lower than it normally was. Now it's back to normal. But look, there's action going on. That's the... I'm right here. You can hear. I can see you. I can see you. I promise. I'm trying. And someone say turn it up now, someone's saying turn it down. Therefore, I'm going to leave it where it is. Olpo missed. We've missed the S's now. I've missed the S's. Olpo going around the end of the anti-bank turn. Takuma, for the love of God, I've turned up the mic. I've turned down the in-game. Look, he's going around Dunlop curve. It's Dunlop curve now. Let's see him dive through Degner 1. Now through Degner 2. Misses the apex slightly. You can't go all four wheels over that onto the AstroTurf. Now it's at max volume. Maybe now mic is at max volume. Maybe you can hear me. It's the same levels I always have it at. Why is it a problem now? Anyway, Olpo. Still trying to get a lap in into the spoon curves. Loses the back end a little bit. To be fair, the mic is a bit further away from my face. That might be why. Normally it's like wider next to me, so I'm across the desk. It's not too far away. On the back straight goes Olpo as we focus on the racing. Let's get rid of stereo car cell. Look at that, and we'll get rid of gears as well. Through 130R. That's easy flat in these cars. Braking for the Casio triangle. Thought I could hit. Look at that brakes glowing. That's a lot of glow on those brakes. Out the final chicane. I think he went a little bit over the curb, but it's all good as he comes around the final corner. And he's going to set a time that seems to be pretty good, to 2:01.5. It's a good lap so far. Next up line, Rubber 9. Then Wolf Racing goes 2:01.2. It's quite a close field already. We only had 5 come across the line. Next will be Lukey Smooky across the line. He's going to set a 2:02.7. Maybe I should have stereo car cell up. The car cell up for qualifying. As we switch to Parsley. He's going to come across the line to a 2:19.0. Not the best lap. I think he lost a lot in the second sector. I think he had a little incident. Kekkonen is next. He goes P4. Then a couple of drivers coming out of the final corner. I believe it's Cano is the first one. and Bones. 2:12.5 and 2:03.6 for those two. You can see it's quite close between S-Man and Canna doing 2:12s. I wonder if they had similar crashes. There's so many cars out on track right now, it's really hard to keep up. Roman Nesh. Let's have a look at Roman Nesh. He's going up towards 130. He's being chased down by someone with the left, I believe that's Polybius. Yes, currently P22. Polybius takes a tighter line through 130R, but Nesh gets the standard, the traditional line through 130R. Through the final chicane, you can see Polybius taking a tighter line at the start of it to get a better exit. Thank you to Juan for subscribing for another 2 months. Really appreciate that. Smokey goes P7, Nesh goes P10, and Polybius doesn't set a lap at all. That's a 2 months, another 2 month subscription. Unbelievable. Thank you, thank you. So this is going to be a slightly more bizarre qualifying, because normally what we had last week with Silverstone was we had loads of cars go out at the same time and they just bang out laps over and over again for the 10 minutes. It's a short lap, but this is twice as long, more than twice as long, time-wise at least, because the lap times are in the 2:01s. So you've only really got 2, maybe 3 attempts. So what you'll see is people doing 2 runs. Nesh is a bit stuck. He's just gone back to the pits. Number 9 taking a pause. Matty's onto the grass coming towards turn 1. That's a terrifying thing to do. I say 29 people is incredible. Kekkonen with an excellent lap goes for 2 at 1.3. Thank you everyone for joining us today. It's going to be such a good race, I think. Such a good race. Even if it's not clean, if it's not entirely clean, it's still going to be great for you guys to watch. But the thing is, after this, I have to talk to everybody after the race, which I love doing. But yeah, not everyone's going to be happy. Not everyone can be happy. This is sport at the end of the day. We had quite a few. I say actually, we had quite a few penalties after the last race, and I'll go through them quickly now. Well, we've just got 2 minutes left in this session, so we'll wait for people coming round. Well, we had a lot of virtual safety car penalties. Haven't really got the time to bring it all up, but we had a lot of virtual safety car penalties, as we did in AF2 for Road Atlanta, the last round there. Fail goes to P3 with a 2:01.4. It's a really, really close field in the top 5. Yeah, one person got disqualified. That would be S-Man, and he got disqualified last race for misconduct under the virtual safety car. He drove 200 kph under the VSC and overtook 5 cars. Alpo to P1 with a 2:01.1. And here we go, the drivers will be starting their final laps now. Matty doesn't improve from a 2:02.4, stays P7. This is the tricky bit, because the writing on my track map is really, really small. There we go, zooming out helps, yeah. Number 9, then Ahmet Temel will be next over the line. Temel's still not set a good lap yet. Next will be Parsley. It was going to be JOR. Who's JOR? Oh yeah, Joe Verdil. But I think he had a moment at the final chicane. Matty stopped on track. That's on the exit. That's coming into the Dunlop corner. So he's not going to set an improvement. In fact, he almost had to. He's just a Wolf Racing go past him there. So he's not going to get any improvement on this lap. In fact, Joe Verdil's gone off at turn 2, so that's the end of his qualifying session. Matty's back to the pits. He's still struggling to get going. He's stuck at Dunlop. Still, Wolf Racing now out of the Degners up to 180R. 20 seconds left of this session. We'll switch to Fail, who backs out of a lap. Thanks for that. I'll switch to high warp speed to watch all the drivers come across the line. Now we have S-Man, and I believe that is I redacted behind them. They're going to come across the line. No improvement for either of them. Redacted stays P. It will go P20 with a 221. That's why he hasn't come up on the bottom of the screen. Thank you to... Well, I see here. Thank you to Poncho Coches for following. Thank you very much. Really appreciate everyone's following. Not a lot of people on a lap, it seems. Only about maybe 10 at most. N1 Tram next over the line. He goes P17, 205.9. Considering the length of this track, it's a pretty tight field. Next will be Wolf Racing. Stays tight to that right hand side. Does improve. It stays P2 with a 201.2. Now quite a long wait now because we have Parsley coming up next, and he's only just coming through 130R. Then it will be Bones, and then it will be Boltashu. Here we go. Not fail. Who's that? Parsley over the line. Doesn't improve. Well, he does improve, stays P16. Bones improves, but stays P8. And finally, Boltashu stays P11. Next will be Roman Nesh. Round the final corner. Only a few drivers left. Nesh is one of them. Here he goes. Improves, but stays P13. Then Kekkonen. If he improves, he could have a shot at pole. It's looking really strong, but he's gone for a really wide line out the final corner. That could cost him some time. He does improve, but only slightly. He stays P3. A little touch of the grass for... That is... but I don't even know who that is. BLA. Who's BLA? No. No idea. Which just leaves S-Man, who's on a lap. Apparently on a 4:14. I'm going to ignore that. Here he comes around the final corner. He improves and stays P15. And finally, Ahmet Temel. Over the line. Doesn't improve. In fact, he didn't set a lap time at all. We're still waiting on Miguel Mota. I'm surprised we still have a few people that haven't set laps yet. I know it's such a long lap, but I didn't think it would take this long. Miguel Mota will come over the line. He's currently P22. He's not even shown on the screen there. And he doesn't improve. He stays P22. So, yeah, I redacted is P21. It's just off screen. I'm going to double check, actually, just to make sure everybody... all the people are actually being shown on screen. Was it HTV? No, this one. This config. They should have 30 on the screen. I'm guessing they didn't set a good enough lap. They're not good enough to be shown on screen. But yeah, so it is Olpo that takes pole position by 0.2 of a second exactly over Wolf Racing. Then Kekkonen, Fail, Rubber 9, Jorvidale, or Jorvedil, Matty P7, Bones P8. Then row 5 is Polybius and Lukey Smooky. Row 6 is made up of Alexandru Boltashu and Blackie Matt ITA, who finished second in the last race in Silverstone. Roman Nesh and Miguel Costa make up row 7, alongside S-Man disqualified in the last race and Parsley. Row 9, N1 Tram and Bink Sim Racing. Row 10, G750 and Cano. Row 11 is I Redacted and Miguel Mota. And at the back of the grid, on row 12, Zevan and Ahmet Temel. And in fact, I just noticed Adrian Ravioli is P25. In fact, he's behind me. He's technically P26. I'm P25. He said a lap time. I didn't, but you know, he didn't say a lap time. But here we go. We're onto this grid, and and there'll be a few drivers. Maybe not, because here they are. All 25 of them. This is going to be quite something. Do stick around. So zoom in 40 seconds to the start. I'm going to be ready to deploy that VSC as soon as it's needed. Because let's face it, I'm on race control duties again, but let's face it, this is going to be nuts. 30 seconds to the start. I'm not even going to bother with track limits. I can't even be bothered to write them down quick enough for this. 20 seconds from the start. I'll switch to Olpo because he's on pole. There we go. I can get rid of stereo car cell. Here come the lights. 10 seconds to the start. And we're away at Suzuka. Pretty good start from Olpo, and Wolf Racing gets a good start as well. Pulls in behind, but here comes Kekkonen on the left-hand side of your picture now. He's going to be on the right now as he gets the outside line for turn 1. It looks pretty clean so far, but then again, we've only just come around to the corner. In fact, I haven't seen a crash yet. Where's the crash? It's all clean! No, there it is. 1, 2, 3, anything more? 1 car, I think, involved. 3 cars. Parsley, I Would Act It, and Zevan are the 3 involved in that crash. And here we go. Attention all teams, this is race control. Virtual safety car will be deployed in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. VSC is deployed. That's good timing for one. Virtual safety car is now deployed. No overtaking. Virtual safety car is deployed.
Kilometer.
Olpo 80 kilometers. Everyone else 120 until they catch. It should be 80 for everyone at this point, to be fair.
No, because I was taking out the 4 cars in T1 that you waited 20 seconds to call safety car for.
Well, I only saw 3 involved in the incident, but I saw a second incident. That's why I called the safety car. So I've only got a track map with a load of dots on it, so it's really hard to judge 4 people, you know.
Frustrated.
I'm trying!
I'm not blaming you.
Yeah.
This has been a shit show since, you know...
I know, right, no weaving please, no weaving. All attention, all teams, no weaving please, thank you. It just doesn't do anything to your tyres, I promise.
Matt, can you leave 2 spaces behind?
Man, I can't.
Just brake.
Don't brake, don't brake. It is the duty of the drivers in front to keep a decent speed.
Yeah, you're
okay.
the driver in front of me, so yeah. Split up. Come on.
I'm leaving the distance.
Looks mostly good from my perspective. I think everyone's pretty much keeping two cars length, which is good.
Doing what's possible. Sorry.
Motor, please back off of Costa. Please, motor, back off of Costa.
I can't. I have the.
I'm giving
Tamel,
Temel space, but he's not backing off.
Tamel, please back off. Tamel, please back off.
He's not in the league race chat.
Then he'll likely get disqualified.
There's a bonk behind me.
It
Some
is
people
mandatory,
crashed.
right? Okay. What happened?
Don't know. Some people crashed.
S-man
behind me.
again.
I saw it on the mirror.
Passing.
S-man again. Right, who's passing? Parsley, why are you passing?
Don't pass. You spun.
Okay. Maintain position. All drivers maintain position. We'll look at the incident at the end. Bones, please.
You look at the 2 people behind me. Who
What?
Bones. Stop overtaking under VSC, please.
23 and 24.
23, 24.
They've hit each other about 3 times, and he's almost ran into my rear wing.
Damn, the first lap. Damn.
What a lap!
Here's something interesting. I don't actually think the VSC's been deployed.
Didn't show up. It didn't show up for me.
Yeah, I didn't, and I haven't been getting speed warnings either. And I was doing like...
I just trusted you when you said it.
The button isn't pressing. It's not letting me deploy it.
Okay, so do a countdown and go to green,
Yeah.
because it's been over 90 seconds.
5,
Together.
4, 3, 2, 1. Green flag. Green flag. Green flag. I have no idea what caused those technical issues, but there we go. And we have 2 cars that are spun at turn 2, of course. That's Tamel and Polybius that have gone off at turn 2. Tamel is a little stuck. He's got going again, so we're going to stay under green flag conditions. Smokey's going for a little jaunt off track. I don't even know where that is. I don't even know why the VSC won't deploy now. It's terrible. I don't know. It's deciding, nah. What? You want to press a button? No idea. was going to say, I thought it felt like a long time. I'm never entirely sure whether it's been pressed. But anyway, we're back under green flag racing once again. Olpo leads from Kekkonen and Wolf Racing fail. Bink, Costa, Jorvadil have gone off. In fact,
Safety car, come
attention all teams, this is race control. Virtual safety car will be deployed in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Virtual safety... Press the button, god damn it!
Is it not?
There we go.
Okay, this one.
Race control... Right, virtual safety car is now deployed.
Can I pass him? He spun.
Who is this, Si? Oh, Fail. Have you Fail. Yeah,
he's
Fail
spun.
has lost his right to his position. He has to wait for a clean...
They drove into me. Fuck off.
Wait, did you get crashed into by someone?
Yes, Wolf Racing drove into me.
Okay.
Okay, everyone, let everyone.
I'm
can
really
pass.
sorry. I'm really sorry. I can't let you back into that position, but we'll make sure we look at the incident at the end and make sure Wolf Racing gets a penalty for it, if that is the fault. I'm really sorry, Fail.
I'm going 78, but the lead pack is slowly creeping away.
Yeah, put back is really slow.
Olpo, what
There.
speed are you doing, please?
Oh, I got a warning for overtake, but it was stopped.
Ignore warnings. Ignore automated warnings.
Hey, somebody just went flying through the field. Hey, car behind me, P13 passed me.
Is it Parsley? Is it S-Man?
No, he's
It was
fine.
S-Man. Somebody went
Yeah,
flying through.
I
Rowan
think that was
finished
S-Man
with
again.
P13.
I think he just accelerated and hit people.
Okay.
I don't think the lead.
I'm going to go
back is
ahead
80
and give
kilometers.
S-Man a final warning. I can't take this again. He's not going to break the rules again.
Hey, Parsley P11, you should let P12 pass. He was in front of you when that car came flying through the field. 3 seconds.
3, go, go, go! Green flag, green flag. And we're under green flag racing once again, hopefully for longer than 20 seconds. G750's had to DNF for whatever reason. Romanesh is coming to the pits and it's 3 wide at turn 1. That can only end well. No, it did end well. It was clean. Oh my god, I can't believe it. The top 10 are all right together as they should be at the end of the virtual safety car. We managed to get through turn 2 cleanly this time. Olpo leads from Kekkonen is 0.2 of a second. Then Matty's 1.3 seconds back, and then Wolf Racing and Blackie. But Wolf Racing's had a spin at turn 4. But he's on his own. Costa and Redacted have gone on their own. Costa's stuck on the track. M1 tram's gone off, but I'm going to ignore that because it's on his own. We're pretty much going again. Costa's rejoin is just about safe. We're going to keep going then. It's 0.2 of a second, if that. Kekkonen might even have a look at a move into Degner 2. He thinks better of it this time. On towards 180R. But a couple of crashes. Bones gone off at Degner 2. I see there's also, I believe that is Wolf Racing gone off again at Dunlop Curve. Bones and Boltashu's gone off as well. We're going again, but let's go back to the lead battle. This is what we want to see. Kekkonen is chasing down Olpo. 2 Scandinavian drivers, I'm assuming. Yeah, it's DNF for you, G750. I'm so sorry to hear that. Kekkonen. Down the back straight we go. I'm going to ride on board with Kekkonen for this because this is going to be tasty. He might even make a move into 130R. He's looking at it. The slipstream is working. Pull to the inside. That's almost a bump draft. Look how close he gets to his gearbox. Wow. Through 130R. Is he going to make a move into the final chicane? There's still 11 minutes to go in this race. Is he going to make a move? No. He thinks better of it this time. Olpo goes a little defensive. Avoids the curbs, certainly more so than Kekkonen does, but he goes wide on the exit. Kekkonen's going to get a better run out of here. Plus the slipstream. It's going to be a move down the inside, surely. Here we go. Here comes the move. That's mighty close between the two of them. Fastest lap for Kekkonen in the meantime, 2:04.7. He's got the inside and he's going to get the lead at this rate. Kekkonen takes the lead of this AF4 race. It's surprisingly clean at the front of this. And we've had no more crashes yet. Meanwhile, behind that, Matty and Black Matty. Blackie Matty. Black Matt. Ah! Blackie Matt. Change your name! Has taken over 3rd place from Blackie. S-Man is 5th, although maybe disqualified. Motor is 6th, then Rubber 9, Parsley, Smooky and Polybius rounds out the top 10. Then Zevan from the back of the grid. Bloody good job there. Timel is 12th, Bones 13th. Then Cano, Wolf Racing, Boltashu, Fail, and Sim Racing have just switched positions now. Sim Racing, in fact, has dropped 2 places, and that's mighty close for Polybius on the inside at the Dunlop curve of Lukey Smokey. Awesome job. Polybius was having a look at Parsley. He might even make a dive into Degner 1. He thinks better of it. Maybe even into Degner 2. No, but he's got to do it into 180R. Surely, the hairpin at the top of the hill. Under the bridge. Bink Sim Racing's gone off at turn 3. But he's out of the way, so he should be okay. First few laps of jitters are out of the way, so everything's going well now, I think. Bink has now left. Thank you to Armalite for following. Thank you to DK Boosting for following as well. I didn't see that. Sorry. Thank you to all 33 for watching as well. This slightly less chaotic than last race. And that's a spin in the background. Who is that? That's S-Man. And he's going to drop right and undo all of his work. He's rejoined out in the way of a lot of people. He's taken out Ahmed Temel in the process. Ahmed Temel is going to rejoin. He's going to get out of the way just in time of everybody, of the remaining pack coming through the field. Temel's going to rejoin and come on the racing line. He's going to get passed now by Fail. Now it's Miguel Costa passing. Let's look at the battle. The biggest battle that's going on right now is the battle for P5 between Rubber 9, Motor, Parsley, Smokey, Polybius, and soon to be Zeban as well. He's moved up to P10. It may be DSQ for S-Man, I think. We need to... He should be disqualified based on our new sporting regulations because he's not in the voice chat, the mandatory voice chat. Parsley, meanwhile, down the inside of Miguel Motor into turn 1. Backs out of it for now. Which means he's going to be under pressure from Lukey Smooker behind. But no, Motor goes wide. Miguel Motor is now under pressure once again from Parsley as we go through the S's. Through the first sector. Boltashu is now done S-Man for P13. Oh, Parsley's been taken out. He's gone off. Hopefully he's going to rejoin in a safe place. He does, I'm pretty sure, almost gets in the way of Wolf Racing. No, Wolf Racing has a half spin and it's... Whoa! That's close. Parsley gets taken out by Wolf Racing and S-Man and Fail. Or one of those lot. There's the sound effects. There's the sound effects that apparently no fall. That's a spin for Polybius in the background. No, it's a spin for Zevan. I apologise. Lukey Smokey down the inside. Maybe have a look at Polybius. Is going to switch to the outside. Maybe. No. Polybius goes wide at the hairpin. Smokey's going to take advantage of it. There's a little bit of wheel banging once and twice. And he takes the position from Polybius. 7th place now for Lukey Smokey. Zevan's still having issues. He's off at Degner 2. Lukey Smokey went wide at the I don't know what is that corner called, but it's the corner after 180R. He's going off. He's going to drop down to 9th place. He's going to be under pressure from Boltashu and Wolf Team Racing, who are battling for P10. That battle will turn into the battle for P9. Bones has got past Polybius at the spoon, but Polybius is going to be down the inside at 130R. There's a spin on a straight for Lukey Smokey, and he's caused a pile-up. Bones has gone off as well, and Polybius has spun. Attention all teams, this is race control. Virtual safety car will be deployed in 10,
what the fuck is
5,
this?
4, 3, 2, 1. Virtual safety car deployed, and beware of the end of the back straight around 130R. There's a lot of cars rejoining there. Please take it easy there. Okay, that rejoin from Miguel Motor. My God. You were doing so well, you guys. You're doing so well.
Oh, sorry.
Last time, I couldn't swerve away from Motor because
yeah. What happened on the straight? Someone lost control on the straight.
Yeah, that was Motor.
Yeah, that was me. Sorry.
Just
how did that happen? I'm curious. Did you just like clip the grass or something?
The grass and then the car.
Okay. That really sucks.
Cold tires also makes that happen.
I'm looking at S-Man again, not respecting the 2 car lengths.
Could you
Virtual
give
safety
us
car
some
ending
space?
in 10 seconds. 10 seconds to the end of the VSC. 3, 2, 1, and go, go, go. Green flag, green flag. Sorry, I'm struggling to keep up today. Green flag. And we're back at the racing conditions again as another spin. That is Cano from P11, I believe, that's had a spin. Yeah, he's going to rejoin in some clean air, I think. Yeah, he's going to be in clean air. as we get under racing again. But it's an opportunity for Olpo and Matty, and now Blackie as well. The top 4 are now all together in the race for the lead, with 5 minutes to go in this race. This is what we want to see. This is what I'd much rather see. The battles at the front. It's brilliant. There is also a battle going on for P8 between Boltashu and Fail, who's recovering beautifully after getting taken out during the first virtual safety car period and ending up at the back of the field. He had to wait for everyone to come past. He's rejoined. He's come back to P9. It's going to be P8 because he's going to get past Boltashu at this rate. No, he's not. He's not going to try it in Spoon. But what will happen is Blackie down the inside of Matty at 130R. Clean as you like. Matty is still going to have the inside line into the Casio Triangle chicane, and he's going to keep P3 for now. But that was a side-by-side move into 130R. Mwah! Love it. You see the best of people, you see the worst of people as Blackie takes a pit lane. He takes a pit stop. It's a risky move with 4 minutes to go in this session. I think he might be banking on a late virtual safety car. Fails, still trying to get past Boltashu. Boltashu's really putting up a fight. He's one of a strong driver in this field. We've got quite a few strong drivers. In fact, Blackie could come out in a decent position if maybe he's got a lot of damage. I don't know if he comes out. Yeah, is it 200 or is it 2 IQ? He's going to come out probably outside the top 10 at this point. He hasn't even come out of the pit box, I don't think. He's still not moving. He's going to come outside of the top 12 as Fail has a spin from P7. He's gone off at turn 2. Entram's in the pits, meanwhile. He's teleported back to the pits. He's going to have to rejoin carefully as Fail because he's going to have some cars coming through soon. Maybe, no, because you'll see Cano just fly through the picture in the background. And we'll stay, we'll rejoin in P11. 3.5 minutes to go in this session. Kekkonen versus Olpo is top 2. There's been some close battles at the front, but as we saw in Silverstone, though to a lesser extent, the back of the field is more chaotic. I'm thinking, considering Blackie's still in the pits in P18, I think Blackie might have had damage that is taking a long time to repair, which really sucks because he was on for a really good position if he stayed in it. There's only 4 minutes left. The question was it worth it? Was it worth doing the move? Doing the dive into the pit lane? There's 3 minutes left in this session as Fail does S-Man for P10. You can see S-Man's got some front wing damage. He's been under a lot of... He's been involved in a lot of incidents during this race. Like I said, disconnect, I think that has been damage repairs that have taken too long. Fail goes wide at Spoon 1. That'll be 1 infraction on the list. We haven't had that many driving infractions in this race. It's been relatively clean. That's not a lot at all. There's like a dozen, maybe 18. Miguel Motor's had a spin. That is over at turn, what's that, 3, 4, 5, turn 5, where he's alone with no one anywhere near him. We've got a much more open field, as we expected in this race, to hopefully keep things clean. Cleaner. Indeed, let's check the front pack. I'm going through the S's, so not much going on at the minute, but Olpo is still there. 2/10 off of Kekkonen. There's only 2 minutes left in this session, so this will be quite possibly maybe the final lap. Maybe 2 laps to go, including this one. It's going to be a little bit close, I reckon. The lead battle is tight. Kekkonen's had a good run out of Degner too, so he's going to stay ahead of Olpo by a decent distance for now. But Olpo gets a better braking, into 180R and an excellent exit, and he's on the gearbox once again. Here's Olpo's view. He's going to have the slipstream towards the Spoon curves. Whoa, has to back out of it, otherwise he's going to come into his gearbox and lose, and they'll both lose positions. Zevan's gone off at turn 5, meanwhile. That's the reason for the red writing on the leaderboard. He's too far away for the slipstream now, but there's 45 seconds, so we are going to get one more lap after this one. But he's got to be there if he wants any chance of making a move into maybe here on the last corner on the next lap. Last lap time in Suzuka for AF4. Kekkonen leads by 6/10 now over Olpo. He's got a decent run, has Kekkonen out of the final corner. In fact, it's the fastest lap by 4/10 over Olpo that lap. Matty behind does a personal best, so if an incident occurs, who knows? Matty could be there for the win. He won last time out in Silverstone, so he's got a championship run on the books. Blackie ran out of fuel. He didn't put enough fuel in, I'm seeing in the Twitch chat. That really sucks. I'm sorry, Matty. Blackie, because you were really on for a good position. But as I say, this is the final lap of the race. Kekkonen is doing enough for now. Olpo makes another mistake. A little clip on the grass slows him down. He has to back out to stop him from spinning. It's not going to be enough, but here comes some lapped cars to add to the mix. It's Miguel Motor and N1 Tram, 19th and 20th. A spanner in the works this may provide. They don't have to get out of the way for blue flags, but this is the last lap chaos that I was kind of hoping for, to be honest, because it just makes things so much more exciting. It leaves a lasting memory of these races. N1 Tram is now caught by Kekkonen. N1 Tram might have to get out of the way of Kekkonen, but there's no obligation to do so. It's just good sportsmanship. And he does so for Kekkonen, but he's going to get out of the way of Olpo. No! He doesn't, and in fact, Olpo has to back out. He does get past. It's still 6/10 though. Miguel Motor might play a part in deciding the winner at Suzuka for round 2. Coming towards the end of the back straight to 130R for the final time. I think Miguel Motor was 6th place early on in this race, but he's now down in 19th. He's going to stay out of the way. In fact, he's gone wide at the Casio Triangle. This could cause something to happen, maybe. Not quite. It is Kekkonen that wins round 2 of AF4 at Suzuka. Olpo will finish 2nd. Matty's going to come home in 3rd. Rubber 9 will come home 4th. Polybius is going to come home in 5th place, followed by Lukey Smooky in 6th. Then the battle for 7th, which could still have a twist in its tail. No, maybe not. Multasu 7th. Miguel Costa in P8. Then will come Fail and Wolf Racing. S-Man provisionally finishes 11th. He's come together with Parsley, who's trying to get... No, it's Iwardacted who's trying to get past S-Man for 11th place. He's done it round the outside at 130R. What a move! Iwardacted will take home 11th place at this rate. S-Man might be under pressure from Parsley over the line. He might lose P12. That's why I'm all with Parsley's going to the line. Not going to be enough. S-Man will finish P12. Parsley 13th. Cano 14th. Bones will come home 15th. The last of the points finishers. Then Zevan 16th. Roman Nesh 17th. Ahmet Temel 18th. Miguel Motor 19th. And M1 Tram, the only lapped car, in P20. My voice hurts. That was cleaner than Silverstone was. There were still some incidents that should not be happening, but it's progress. I'll take it. Thank you to all 36 of you that have joined us today. It's incredible. I love it when it's in the high 30s. That gets me all excited because that's about as high as we've had it. Let's see who's going to come in. See who can we bring in for an interview. If I move myself out of the streaming chat now and mute myself, I'm going to try and bring in the winner of this race if I can. Maybe I'm going to just double check. That was a nice close race at the front between originally the top 4, then just the top 2, Kekkonen and Olpo, the 2 Scandinavian drivers, putting on a brilliant race. To sort of take our minds off of what happened behind with some other drivers, we're going to have a look at. I'm going to have a look at the VSC again. Let's see. Let's bring in. Let's start off. Miguel Costa is saying yes, so I'll bring Miguel Costa in first because he got a higher position. P8 for Miguel Costa. Hello, Miguel. Can you hear me?
Hello.
Let me just turn you up a second. There we go. 8th place today. Do you think there was more in today's race?
Oh, definitely. Honestly, I thought it will be more chaos, but like the K was only in the beginning. And yeah, I started in the last, and if I just focus on my race and only cars going out, and I just gain positions without doing much effort, you know.
Yeah. I mean, there was a lot of chaos. Yeah, there was a lot of chaos at the start, and I'm just sort of thinking in my head, seeing that, I'm thinking, oh, it's happening again. Because of those people that weren't in the voice chat, and they will likely get disqualified for that. Um, but I tell you, I think everybody, apart from those at the front, so Kekkonen and Olpo, had to really fight to. They had the downs and ups. It's a really roller coaster race for everybody. I think everybody spent some time at the back of the grid, and everybody spent some time at the front of the grid. Did you really think after the first VSC that you were going to pull back to the position you got to, P8?
I mean, there was an incident that I didn't predict that the incident on the straight with 4 cars. I was like in
Yeah,
5th
I
place,
saw
and
that. It was caused by. Yeah, so I can't remember who it was now. It went on the grass and just lost control.
yes. So
And
before that, I thought, okay, I'm just gonna hold this position, and then after the incident, I just gained 4, and yeah, that's how the race went. A lot of incidents.
yeah, absolutely chaos. Thank you very much, Miguel. I'll send you back now. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you.
And with another little cough, let's try and bring in Wolf Racing, finishing P10 today. Hello, Wolf. Can you hear us? Hey, Wolf. Can you hear us? I think I can hear you moving about. Hello, Wolf. Can you hear us? That's a no. Okay. I was saying I can't hear. Okay, let's try. In the mean, while we wait for Wolf to come back, let's bring in. Let's bring in Polybius. You finished P5 today. Hello, Polybius. Can you hear us?
Yes, I can hear you. Hello.
Hello. I'm just going to turn you up a little bit. Boop. How did you think that went today?
Well, the start wasn't the worst thing ever, but throughout the race, I've had 3 spins and lost control, other than that, about 5 times. And that felt really good. But I feel guilty because I think I, as much as I don't, think it's my fault, I still feel guilty for Bones because of Mota's spin on the straight there. So that's basically the main issue I have, actually.
Yeah, I think we're doing so well, and then one person spins on the back straight, and everything goes tits up. As I said, same as I said yesterday, it just went tits up. It was chaos.
Control decently quickly, so that I was still, doing fine. But I'm sorry for Bones. I think he would have finished quicker than me. So I'm sorry for him.
Yeah.
But yeah, overall, there was clean racing at certain points. We were racing pretty decently for some time, but then it did indeed go tits up.
I think it was definitely an improvement on last race, but there were still a couple of people, as there were
Fair
last time, that were just not what's the word? Behaving, let's say, not behaving. and driving.
Bad
badly.
rejoins. Perhaps it happened, but I didn't see any bad rejoins at the very least. So at least that's good.
Yeah, there were a couple of bad rejoins, but not too bad, and certainly not from yourself.
Yeah, some crash under VSC, some people spinning
Yeah,
under VSC.
yeah, we got to look at what happened
Don't
under the
know how it
VSC there again.
Also, people with cold tires and not being used to hards. Me, including me, I almost went off at turn 1 when VSC was over.
I
Didn't
think turn
cause
1
any
was a bit.
crashes and it was a safe rejoin, but still.
Yeah, turn 1 was a bit of chaos. At least on the first VSC restart was just chaos. It caused the second. I mean,
Yeah,
it bred the second one.
Yeah, I'm very happy with the result, but it doesn't feel like I've deserved it, to be perfectly honest.
Nah, you absolutely deserve it. You drove, you avoided the chaos, and that's kind of half of the battle in AF4, really.
Yeah, that seems to be the case. Certainly. So yeah.
The thing is, 2 weeks' time is round 3, and that's at Oschersleben.
That is going to be terrible.
Yes.
Terribly fun as
And
well, most likely.
I am here for it. It's going to be nuts. I'm going to love it. It's not the one where turn 1 is like this the sharp 90 at turn 1 whose designer is famously quoted as needing a beating. It's the moto layout, the old one. So it's maybe a little bit better, but still
it's the better version.
Yes.
It's the better version, but it's still under a minute lap. It's still going to be 30 people, and we're still going to have multiple VSCs.
Yeah, but that's basically AF4 by this point. It shouldn't be, but at least we've got the battles at the front.
Tatas, the easier the car gets to drive, the more crashes we seem to have somehow.
It's a weird paradox, yeah.
Very, very. Perhaps it's the tire wear that's weird, because the Tatas goes from 100% to 80 within about 2 laps. It has very weird tire wear. So I can understand if you didn't practice racing at all, you could go off many times throughout the race.
How was the tyre wear at the end of the race? Did you get to yellow? Did you get to red?
I have no clue. I didn't even look at my display, but I'm sure it was around 70%.
Yeah.
It was most likely lower.
I mean, there were a few drivers in Silverstone last week that got down to red on some of their tyres.
Yeah, crashing, any kind of slipping and crashing takes off about a good 5 to 10%. So.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
Okay.
It was most likely like 55 to 60, because I was really having a hard time keeping the car under control. But we've had so many VSCs that my fastest lap was still at that kind of tire wear. So that's kind of how it went.
Yeah. Anyway, thank you very much for joining us, Polybius. I'll send you back now.
Thank you as well.
And see you in 2 weeks for
See you.
Oschersleben. I think we will leave it there for today, save for two announcements we've got. We've got 2 announcements. The first one, while I prepare the second one, the first one is what will be the finale of this AF4 season. As many of the drivers that have driven in AF4 so far this season will know, when they signed up, they got a vote to pick the final race. The options were, I forgot what the options are, but I can now reveal what that finale will be. The final round of AF4 will take place at the Bahrain Outer Circuit. That's the Bahrain Outer Circuit. That will be on, I'm guessing it's the 9th of January. It's going to be so much fun. 3 weeks for the next AF4 race. That is at Oschersleben. And then a week later for the final round at Bahrain on the Sakhir Outer Circuit. Cannot wait for that. That's going to be so much fun. And for the second announcement, bear with me while I try and get it up. I just need to paste some stuff. The second announcement is relating to if I open this thingy, AF2. Now, as many of you know, AF2 ends next week for our crazy season finale at Le Mans. 2.4 hours of Le Mans, that's next Saturday. But we've decided to maybe hype up what's going to happen next season. So I can now reveal the AF2 calendar for season 3. Here we go. Assuming that I've got this right, when I do this button, .10 AM tomorrow. I'll see you then. Goodbye.